It's hot. We are living through a goddamn LA heat wave. That is for sure happening.
It's my apartment. I turned off the pilot light.
Yeah.
And then I thought I was going to get gassed out for a while.
Really?
But then I just left it and I didn't die.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Did you smell gas when you walked in?
No. Should I have?
Then I have my answer. I'm
There
not
you
going
go.
to die.
That's good. Got a heat wave going on in LA right now. I don't know what, the rest of America's probably dealing with it. Holy shit. Dude, some fucking hobo lit something on fire in like the valley yesterday, burned like 1,400 acres.
Wait, some hobo.
Some random hobo in some camp, dude. They lit something on fire and it started this giant brush fire in
How do they know it was a
Marietta.
How do they know it was a hobo?
Wait, I might get this mixed up. Hold on. No, yesterday was a lightning strike, but like 2-3 weeks ago, there was a hobo who had like a little grill at his little like camp. It was like a legit hobo jungle. Okay, like one of those, a full-on shanty town, and like a little hobo. He was just, I guess, cooking some,
He sounds cute.
He does sound cute. He's got a little knapsack on. Yeah. He's like cooking a can of beans. He's cooking
destroying the earth,
just destroying the planet. That's the thing, man. Okay, real quick before we get into this, like fucking, I have these jokes lately about homeless people, and people are not
tell the
okay.
one. Can you tell the one?
No, I can't.
All right, okay,
but
it's funny.
Like,
they're funny.
It's
good.
just like, a joke has to be like in a joke. It won't translate in a podcast. The bottom line is this: like, sometimes I make fun of homeless people, and it's not because like. I think you need to make an important distinction that, like, I don't hate someone for being homeless.
No.
That would make me a psychopath. I hate people who are being shitty roommates on planet Earth. That's the difference.
All right.
Go, pop right in, bud. You don't gotta wait for me.
I was thinking about this today. No, it was yesterday. I was doing laundry, and the laundromat that I was doing my laundry at, the restrooms are permanently closed. They've always been closed. No public restrooms. They just put a sign on the door, out of order.
Yeah.
And it's because homeless people.
Yes,
right?
it is.
And I was thinking about it, and I think this is what I think. We call them homeless people. And I saw there's a sign down the road that says homes and homelessness. And I think this is a complete, like, miss of the mark.
Yeah, that's not the issue.
So,
calling someone homeless is almost like a misnomer now. That's not the issue.
Here, I have a name.
It's people who are mentally ill.
You know what? This is the word I said in my head, and then I looked it up to make sure that I was like, maybe this is the right word, but it's what came out while I was my crazy inner monologue. My own psychosis. Antisocials, dude.
Okay, I'm not on board, but convince me.
Look up antisocials. Look up the definition of antisocials.
You couldn't be more social than only hanging out in the environment all the time.
No.
The most antisocial would be to never leave your house.
No, but because that's a misnomer itself. When people think antisocial, they think like, oh, I'm social, I'm sociable. I'm the opposite. No, antisocial is basically saying, I refuse to live in society. Fuck your rules.
I agree.
Fuck everything.
I agree.
I take public restrooms, like open spaces, public spaces. I don't care. Everything. It's like gunslinger. It's like I don't care about anyone else in my own space. And that's because people think like, oh, these people are just down on their luck. But if you lived in a city, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, that's the wrong word. It's not like.
It's not that. You're right, though. I don't know if I would say antisocial. I don't think that's the right
If you looked up the definition,
phrase.
you're going to come around. I call them antisocial.
Yeah, but language is fluid, and it's about communicating. So if you say something and most people think it's one thing, that's the thing.
I know, but I don't know why I really like saying antisocials.
You
can tell, and you're like frustrated that I do, and I'm frustrated with myself.
Antisocials. More like, what's a better, anti-bags, anti-pyramid, antisocial pyramid.
It's basically we're all like obeying the rules.
Anti-bullshit. They filter out the bullshit of in order to live a nice, comfortable life, you have to deal with so much bullshit of being like, I hate my job, I hate everyone I work with, I hate everyone I encounter all the time.
I hate traffic, I hate all the rules.
I have no place on this planet, I can't figure out why, but I guess I'll spend my whole life wondering and then I'll die. But
I call it playing the game.
Yeah, you're either playing the game, and these guys are trying to flip the board.
Yeah,
we're playing Monopoly,
right?
And the homeless people are our bro friend in the other room, who at any given moment is going to come in and flip the board, and you're like, "Fuck!" Like this all meant nothing. It was all nothing,
right?
Having said that, I'm fucking so tired of it is because, like, in LA, I guess, as a comedian, and when you tell jokes that are kind of making fun of homeless people, like, some people want to be like super woke and like not laugh at it because, and granted, it could be because the joke's not funny. I don't think that's the case. But
you're opening for Tim Dillon, dude.
Yeah, no,
you're funny.
I don't. No, that's not the case.
Go on.
But either way, people get really uncomfortable when you shit on them, and it's like, listen, here's the thing. I think there's a difference between. I don't hate someone because they don't have a house. Like that's if you hear someone complaining about homeless people, like we live in LA, like it's so bad that it's like I hate the fact that like my girlfriend could go out to walk the dog, and there's always a chance that somebody could be fucking around and screaming or like throwing shit or doing some nefarious ass activity. Yeah. And why does that make me an asshole to say I don't like that? It's not. I don't have a problem with people because they don't have a house. That's not the issue. I feel bad for them, but at the same time, like, if someone's mentally ill, that's one thing, right? Like it's not their choice. They're kind of stuck in a thing. Here's a perfect example. I went downtown LA, which is basically, the only way I could describe it, I feel like I may have said this before, is war-torn post-World War II England, okay? When everything was bombed out and all the buildings were crumbled and there's no sign of humanity, but somehow people are just kind of dragging around, right?
Well, it's like there's a crazy juxtaposition because it's either like businessmen or like zombies.
For real zombies. Yeah. Actual zombies. Guys who look like they were an extra in Mad Max Fury Road and they just took the costume home.
Yeah, they just assumed the identity of the extra.
Yeah. Well, I was downtown and we were going to a show and we're waiting for an Uber and, this like hobo walks up. By the way, difference. There's a difference between a homeless person and a hobo. I have no problem with homeless people, but I fucking hate hobos, okay? A hobo is a professional shit starter, okay? The hobo is the person you're talking about who's like, I just don't want to play by the rules.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a hobo.
It's a war against social
norms. It's saying I don't want to be part of the system. I don't want to be part of the game.
Antisocials. Anyway.
You don't like it? Go on.
Finish your story.
You'll come around. We're on the same page.
Yes, well, completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for the Uber, and this hobo comes up, and I see him. He's strudging along. He smells like shit. Whatever. It's fine. He comes up. We're standing next to like a public trash can. He comes up. He starts digging through the trash can, which it happens. That's what they do. And I don't care. Like some people are like, oh, that's fucking disgusting. I'm like, dude, whatever. If you find some food and they can eat, they can get a cup and go get some drinks. Right. Like, I don't care. Like, do your thing.
It's got nothing to do with you.
Does nothing to do with me. But anyway, this guy comes up and straight up, instead of like looking through it, he's ripping all the garbage out and throwing it into the street.
That's the problem.
Ripping it all out. And he's grunting. He's like, and he's like ripping it all out. And finally he gets to the bottom, sees there's nothing. He kicks the trash can over and dumps all the trash out. And he's like, fuck this, and like walks away. Yeah. That guy should be run over by a tank. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, here's the problem. And does that make me an asshole to say I don't want to see people throwing shit and garbage all over the street? Does that make me an asshole?
I think, because this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. Because this is how I'm feeling. I look at it as this because I've been here long enough where I've realized. We're enemies. We're
at war.
It's a war.
You're right, dude. And this goes into a thing. Have we talked about this? This isn't even a conspiracy. I legitimately believe that here in Los Angeles, within the next 5 years, there will be a full-on war between the homeless and the police, or the homeless and regular people, and it will equal, in terms of like social gravity and social weight, it will equal the gravity of like the LA riots of the 90s, like Rodney
Human
King.
Rights March.
It'll be a tipping point where people will be like, fuck, like guys, we have an actual problem. Like we can't, like it's gonna reach the tip of the iceberg. The homeless people are gonna organize. Someone's gonna organize them. They're gonna start a war, and they're gonna go to war with the police. It'll be a battle downtown. It might not be a full war, but there's gonna be a battle.
How many years?
Within 5.
Wow.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, okay, so that's my theory on this. It's this weird thing where I've noticed it. So in my life, you can say that I'm insensitive or whatever, but I've noticed it's like they look at us as the enemy. Okay? So for instance, I was at
once again, to clarify, we're not talking about mentally ill people. We're not talking about people who are just down on their luck and looking for work.
Right.
We're talking about hobos.
And this is the issue, because people are defined by their lack of home. which I think is
but that's not the issue.
That's not the issue. So it's like, okay, so that this girl had tied up her dog outside of Trader Joe's because she was going in to buy something or whatever. And I'm coming out, and then she's coming out too to get her dog. This homeless lady, I swear, it's like this small, kind of like quiet Asian girl, okay? This old lady, she must have been like, I don't know. It's hard with homeless people. She looked like a normal 60, all right?
Yeah.
So kind of older. Screams.
You never really know.
You never know. A lot of sun.
Yeah, a lot of sun.
A lot of sun.
A lot of sun. It'll put about 30 years of age
Right.
on you in 2 weeks if you're out there that long.
Dude, so she comes up to this girl, gets in her face, and yells, "You fucking cunt."
Damn.
Fucking cunt bitch is what she says.
Oh my
Screams
God.
it in this girl's face, okay? And I'm like, I stood there, and the woman like walks away. So I'm standing there just making sure that it doesn't get violent. This
Yeah.
woman scream and like
Yeah.
the girl like unties her dog and walks off. But to me, if that would have happened to me, rattled, traumatic. Dude screams in her face.
See, this is where we differ. Because then this is where you would have been rattled. I would have gotten angry. And then I would have gotten in their face and it would have been bad.
It was you didn't want to wage this war. It's not the time. It was just one of those things where it's
I
like
carry a knife, dude. I'm down for. I'm not gonna pull it, but if some shit's going down, I'm prepared. All right.
I mean, I'm just trying to explain this in a way. She walked off, but in my head, it was something. To me, it wasn't like, oh, this is someone. This poor person has fallen upon hard times.
No,
it was.
It's
to
more
me,
than that.
Yeah, it was
is
like
years of self-neglect,
Right.
And wouldn't it be crazy though?
And
if,
lack of empathy toward
wouldn't it be
anyone.
What if we totally misunderstood
Yeah.
this? Like what we think is the face value. This was like not the truth. Like what if like the hobo lady comes up and then like, so you're saying the hobo was like a lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
Old lady,
right? So this little chick who parked her dog. What if like 10 years prior they knew each other and like the chick who parked her dog like pushed her out of a moving car or something like that because they were friends, and she comes up after 10 years, she's like, "You fucking cunt! I lost my job over that. I broke my knee. I couldn't pay for it."
Well,
That's not what happened, but it's
Right.
a fun thing to think
well,
about.
I will say though, the small Asian girl didn't look that confused by it. That was the
Well, if
weird
you live
thing.
here long enough,
That was the
you-
problem.
Like,
Yeah.
you're just like, so I could walk out, some guy say, "You fat cunt, fat fucking loser." I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing? I'll see you later, Bill."
Right. That's what I think the case was. I don't think it was the former.
I have my own situation. I got
Yeah.
a dude right by my house. I caught him jerking off by my car. We talked
Right.
about this. He's constantly like on drugs. But here's the weird thing about this guy is that like he's clearly whacked out. He's probably on some kind of drugs. He's definitely mentally ill. But he wears like nice, decent clothes, like Adidas pants, Nike shirt, decent shoes.
I've heard about this phenomenon.
I don't know what that is. Like, what are these
Here's
people doing?
what I've heard. What do you think it is, dude? A person without any money has expensive clothes. How did they get them?
They must have just, like, within 2 weeks ago, something just happened.
No.
You know what I mean? You think?
They stole the clothes, dude.
You think?
They robbed a store and no one chased them out because they smelled like shit, I would
You
imagine.
think? See, I
That's
feel
for
like
sure.
the reason I didn't come to that is because I feel like hobos are so common in LA that like it's almost impossible to be homeless here now. Like it's also like half the stores won't let them in. They'll scream at them
Yeah.
immediately, tell them to get the fuck out. Like it's just it's
people
that
have
much
lost their
harder.
empathy.
People have lost. That's the thing.
Yeah.
People have lost their empathy. I lost my empathy.
Right.
Dude, my whole life I was a person who like, and I still do. I'll never straight up ignore someone unless they're like clearly fucking on the wrong side of PCP.
Right.
But like, I'll never just.
They're coming
ignore.
down.
Yeah, they're coming down. I've said this before. Like, I'll hear anybody out. Like,
Yeah, I'm not
give
that
me
way.
a shot.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
listen to
different.
the story. I don't care. I got
Yeah.
time. But like, my empathy is gone, and it's because I'm tired of people littering. It's like the litter. It's the trash, and it's pissing. Dude, people piss
Right.
in my like carport. There's a slice of pizza there and like a condom the other day. I'm like, just because you don't have a house doesn't give you an excuse to behave like a piece of shit and like destroy the planet. Here's the thing:
That's
is
what I'm saying.
every super liberal person wants to be on the side of the homeless
Right.
people. Which, by the way, if you're a homeless advocate, like if you lead like a homeless advocacy group, any of those people will stab you at any moment. and take all your money. They don't give a fuck. Like it's so funny to me the people who are like, oh, we're just trying to help. We're gonna help. I'm on their side. Like they don't give a fuck about you.
I know,
okay?
but I feel like the people that do that stuff, they know, but they're actually just like they're like angels.
You think so?
I think so. They know that, and they're like, I know that, and that's fine.
So this gets into like a real like viewpoint of planet Earth type thing. Whereas you are looking for the good, and I have a problem where I think that everyone is like bullshitting and doing things for appearances all the time. So
There are a lot are.
So sometimes they'll be like, oh, this looks good on your resume, doesn't it? Like, oh, yeah, you leading this group. Yeah, you really care.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't know. But I'm also jaded and an asshole, so that plays into it. But
I'm sure that's the case for a lot, but I do know people where I'm like, they really are that selfless.
yeah, there are
It is
people like
weird,
that.
yeah.
And there are people who are working in these groups who are doing legitimate good and they legitimately care. But there's also people.
Of course.
There's also people
Yeah.
who are there because, like, hey, how many Instagram stories can I post about, Flat Tire Bill? Like, he's out there. That's a bad homeless. That's like a 1940s hobo name. Flat Tire Bill. He's out there washing the cars every day.
He's dead.
Yeah, Flat Tire Bill's been
He's
dead
long
for a
gone.
long time. But I don't know. There's no solution. I'm just saying, prepare for the war. There will be a battle. Get a sword.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like here's where the antisocials have the upper hand. Nothing to lose. And that's
it. That's 100% it. That's
what
why
gives them-
there will be a war.
Because here's another thing that I've noticed.
There's nobody
too.
more dangerous than someone who has nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you got nothing to lose and it's all about... Very few wars anymore are fought over principle and like ideology. It's
Right.
about getting land or money or oil or exploiting resources, things like that. This will be a war of ideology. It will be people saying, we're tired of being second-class citizens. We're tired of being shoved into storm drains or picked up by the police and taken to different cities.
Right.
We're arming ourselves. We're not being pushed around anymore by this fucking police state government. And listen, I have to say, I might be on the side of the hobos on this battle, dude. If I had to pick a side, I get it.
No, I'm pro order.
Yeah. So I'm pro chaos.
No, you're
I'm
not.
pro chaos, dude. Yes, I am.
Shut up.
Yes, I am.
You're not pro
I'm pro chaos if it affects me in no way. Okay, the second that the war moves into West Hollywood,
It'd be there
It's
real
over.
quick, my dog.
Yeah,
It would start there.
it won't get that far. They won't make it out of downtown.
Yeah, they're probably organized there. That's the problem. I do think that's the only advantage they have is they're playing with,
Playing with house money.
Yeah, house their lives.
Literally, that's
Yeah.
the most ironic way to put it. But
Yeah, it really is.
But-
street money.
yeah,
if you will.
I'll back the hobos in the war. You know what I mean? Like,
No, dude, they don't have your back, dude. That's
they
the whole
don't.
thing.
That's the true thing. Is that like, yeah, it's kind of like
Well, society, the idea of society is we all work together to create a better thing. The idea of the antisocial, the homeless person, is saying like, no, your rules
no,
serve you.
We don't exist in the same game that you're playing.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are playing Monopoly. We're playing lawn darts.
Right.
Okay. Like people are getting hurt.
Right.
All right. And some homeless guys. You've seen them downtown. Dude, downtown homeless people don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Right?
Skid Row?
Yeah, Skid Row. Dude, oh my God, dude. You go down the first time I went to Skid Row, I was legitimately like, I'm going to buy a katana next time I come down here.
Yeah, dude.
And the fucking Fruit Ninja.
They're
everybody.
pretty docile over there.
No, they're fucking not, dude. When was the last time you were downtown?
I feel
dude?
like those ones are the ones that are like pretty zomboed out. Dude.
That's what. I'll tell you this. I went to a show downtown probably a month or two ago, and literally I parked my car. I get out, and a hobo pulled his dick out in front of my car and started pissing 1 foot, 10 inches in front of my car. Saw me and straight was just like, I'm pissing right here.
Yeah.
I hate these people with everything in my fucking core. Like, how do you think? If you have to piss outside, that's fine. Like, I understand. Like, I'm not saying, like,
I had to
don't
piss
piss.
outside the laundromat.
Fucking keep the pee inside your body and just let it rot. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, like, you could pee in an alley. There's
Right.
a lot of alleys downtown. You can pee behind a dumpster. You can do this. There's so many options for you to do this.
Right.
And then when you're doing it in the street and pulling. And also, listen, I'm a dude. I've seen 10,000 dicks in my life of all shapes and sizes, of all ages.
Yeah.
And I can deal with it. But, like, imagine being a woman
Just gonna glass
downtown.
over that all ages part, huh?
Yeah, we have. I would say dicks from 7 to 75.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So like
old news.
Old news.
Yeah.
But like imagine being a woman and you're downtown and you got to see some guy pull his dick out and then he's peeing everywhere. And it's like, why does that make me an asshole to say I don't want to see that shit? And
I don't think anyone's
that
calling you an
people
asshole,
should
man.
be picked up for that.
Yeah,
I think you should legitimately go to jail for that. I don't think you should go to jail just for not having a home and just being. That's the issue, right? This is why this is so conflicting. Is because I hate the idea of a police state, and I hate the idea of people being locked up just because they don't have a place to go.
Right.
That pisses me off to no end. I also don't like,
you don't want your
Skid Row
girlfriend seeing a
Tony
dirty
out here
dick.
pulling his dirty, tan, oily dick out, shooting pee as yellow as the goddamn McDonald's sign into the street. Like,
Was it a weird dick?
dude, it was so. There were so many pubes you can't tell.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But listen, that's one. I'll die on that hill, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Well, okay.
It doesn't make me an asshole.
No, I agree. I don't think, but I think anyone feels the same way you do. But here's the thing.
I don't think they do, man.
No,
I don't think they do. Or if they do, they won't admit it. And that's the key element.
Right.
How much of a piece of shit are you? How bad are you willing to make yourself look to speak the truth?
Well, I think if one person is honest, we all start saying like, you know what? I do have I feel very adversarial against the homeless people.
Yeah.
Most people will be like, yeah, we all do. They are the enemy. Like,
they're not the enemy, though. But
you're
not the enemy just because you don't have a place to live.
No.
Like
I
am empathetic in that front.
Right. No, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's the people, and like I said, it's the people. Once it's like I'm at the very bottom, arrest me, send me anywhere, do whatever you want with me. Got nothing to lose. So that guy digging through the trash can, throw the trash everywhere. At that point, he can do anything he wants. There is nothing. He is invincible.
Do I also think part of it too when these guys like throw trash everywhere is this idea, they have the idea that like, you know what? Everyone treats me like I have no ownership of anything.
Yeah.
Fuck, if this world's theirs, then fuck their world.
It's the execution of power.
Yes.
It's you. If you feel powerless, you'll do something. You'll cross the street really slow. You'll litter.
Yeah.
You'll take it. You'll say, This is me exerting my
I have
power.
nothing to gain.
Yeah.
I have nothing to gain. Therefore, if you're saying that none of this is mine and I have no right to be anywhere, then fuck your world. I'm going to piss on your world. I'm going to litter it up. Right. I don't care.
It's them taking the power.
It is, dude. See, now I
still
think I'm on the hobo side of the war, dude. I still think I am.
Well,
it's so conflicting, dude.
Get your katana ready, dude. Because I'll be on the other side,
I'm gonna get
dude.
a katana with like gems and shit on it, like and maybe like a cool like Native American headdress, like is the hilt of it.
Dude, you would take a look at who's got your back, and you'd immediately be like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah. I mean,
also, cops have guns.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's the thing about the LAPD. Too,
guns win.
The second that this started, that a group
fire.
of them, they would mow them the fuck down. There'd be a rain of bullets, blood in the streets.
And people, okay, here's the thing. People, like the people you're talking about that would probably call you a piece of shit for what you were saying, those are the people that would be upset for 36 hours.
No, they'd get a couple solid, tweets in.
Yeah.
They'd let people know that how much they cared, and then they'd be walking down Skid Row like beep, 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 listen to U2 on their fucking iPhone.
Dancing in the street.
Wow, this is nice. There's nobody here screaming at me about, the Mueller report or something. That's not it. Hobos don't give a fuck about the Mueller report.
I think they're a couple years behind all like conspiracy stuff.
And I feel like every hobo is out there yelling about like Nixon shouldn't have been.
Like, dude, he's dead. Long dead.
Bro, you go to the library. You're allowed there. Read up.
Dude, yeah. So I mean, I think we're on the same page that to call them a homeless person is a misnomer.
It's not right. It's incorrect. So but. What are you gonna do, man?
But we do. I think we're doing a good thing by like being honest and saying, you know what, homeless people are frustrating.
They're frustrating.
And I have a hard time feeling
That's
bad.
the best way to put it.
Yeah,
it's frustrating.
Right.
It's like, let me have your back, dude. It's like I imagine it's like being like a drug counselor to someone who's like relapsing all the time. You're like, give me a break, man. I have your back. Just help me out.
Right.
Like,
dude, just a week of sobriety.
1 week. Just 1 week.
Yeah.
You're showing up here. Your eyes are bloodshot. You got a fucking, stolen bag of goods. Like, come on, man, give me something to work with. Or like a public defender who's like knows that their guy's guilty, and they're just like, yeah, I did that shit. And they're like, shut up, just let me help you.
It's the people. Here's what would get me about being a public defender or like a parole officer or something like that. Yeah. To me, I'm easily manipulated. All right. So when someone like comes back and they're like apologetic and they say that they've seen the error of their ways.
Yeah.
I want to believe, dude. I want to believe, but that like constant betrayal of saying, I've found Jesus, and then coming back and being like, I'm on heroin.
Yeah.
It would just
the constant stabbing in the back of like they don't give a fuck about you.
Too sensitive.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I need to be treated like a person, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not just like a obstacle between heroin and me.
Yeah.
You know? Heroin and me as me being the, guy on parole or on probation.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it's a matter. At this point, it's like, oh.
Hello? Or it might be like Postmates. Oh, yeah, it's Postmates.
Oh, at least they came to the door this time.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Yeah.
They call, they text you before, hey, I'm out on the street. Hey, I'm 6 blocks away. Can you come meet me at this gas station? I know a guy who works here. He sells me loose cigarettes. You know, I really don't want to leave. I'm having a good conversation.
I didn't have to tell you that, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Basically. All right, we're good.
Good.
We'll use what is it? Moving along?
That's staying in. No, that's staying in. That was a good Postmates little roast I got in there.
Okay.
Fuck Postmates.
Cool.
But I have something I want to talk about, but you also had a thing I think that kind of connects with this about, you know.
Oh, I do,
PC,
yeah. I do. Go ahead.
Roll animation, right? I have a theory.
Is this mine?
SJW? Oh, yeah. This connects,
sure.
right?
Okay. So here is something I've noticed is I think I maybe I'm only speaking for myself, but I do kind of always constantly live in fear of saying the wrong thing now, which I think is good. Yeah. I do think is like net positive, because I think people say a lot of hateful, like derogatory things.
Yeah.
Like race related or like sex related.
Yeah,
or
just listen to this podcast.
I feel like everything I say though is never to make anyone feel lesser than unless they deserved it.
I think we would all like to think that.
But all right, here's my point.
Yeah.
My point is there are certain things that I will say on this podcast, and I think I mean them, but I think if they're insensitive, and I think certain people are going to say something, like they're going to send me a message saying whatever I said is messed up or wrong.
Yeah, but also, like, real quick, the whole thing is like, we're shit talking, we're having fun. This is a comedy podcast, so like in comedy you exaggerate to make a point, right? So like, do I think that Postmates drivers deserve to be fired on the spot for not coming to a door? Yeah, okay, but like,
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, now it's like you're doing this thing where you're like referencing a joke in a joke.
Yes,
I will say that if there's
this is Westworld. If you can't tell the difference between these two worlds, then you shouldn't be here.
I'm coming out of funny guy right now.
Yeah,
and this is earnest guy.
Okay,
I've had delivery drivers and waiters/waitresses that if the manager or Postmates CEO called me, or the manager came out to my table and said, should this employee be fired? I would say absolutely.
Absolutely they should. They have no business working for your company.
I am not joking. If that happened to me, I would love to be the executioner and be like,
yeah. Oh yeah, the power. Somebody give me the hammer. Yes, dude. Somebody give me the hammer. It's like, oh yeah. It's like, should this guy stay on? Well, you know what? He got here in about half an hour. Half the fries were gone. You're on the streets. Have fun in the war, buddy. Like,
I'll be on your side though.
No,
I'm crazy. Yeah, dude. But yeah, coming now. I'm gonna be funny now. But
you're saying that
I meant that
you say things and you're worried.
Yeah, there are certain things I'm like, I hope people don't. I also just don't want to like have that conversation with people where they say you should be more sensitive. When I didn't, everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about. But people that I would assume might be offended or might think of us as kind of insensitive guys, people have sent me messages and liked Instagram posts and Facebook posts about this stuff.
Yeah.
So there are things where I'm like, the people that I would assume might reach out and say like, hey man, like what you're saying is not cool. It's like setting everything back. So my theory is everyone lives in this fear, but I think most people are afraid. And I think when you say something and you mean it, and you're not trying to be hurtful, you're not trying to hurt anyone, even if it is a bit insensitive, people like it because they feel like they can breathe.
Yeah, it's like giving them space to be like, you know what, we're all a little shitty.
Yeah.
That's why I like comedy, dude. That's like the thing I like about comedy. Like, I think I've said this to you before, maybe, or I've said this so what. The whole goal of my stand-up comedy, in my opinion, my mantra of writing jokes is to make people realize the pieces of shit that they actually are. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, I think that we're close enough that I think that I'm a legitimate
I know your character.
person who I legitimately care, right? And I want what's best for people.
Right.
Having said that, I also legitimately cannot trust anyone anymore because I feel like everybody, and maybe this ties into like social media. Obviously, that's like the big, that's the elephant in the room. But like, I don't trust anyone's opinion at face value. I legitimately think that people say the things that they know will get the right engagement, will make them look the right way, will make them fit the mold of like, this is the people we're supposed to be now. Like we say all the politically correct things. It's like the comics who go up there and you just say like they try to tell a joke that's like a shitty joke about like kind of an anti-women joke. Yeah. Some little preface would be like, guys, I believe in equality and I believe that I want to be an ally. I'm like, you're a fucking bullshit artist. Mm-hmm. Shut up. Like, of course, I want everyone to be treated equally. But like the second, here's the thing: if you're like a white dude, you can't be too woke because then it looks suspicious. It looks like you're fronting. You're fronting. And I think that people are legitimately fronting sometimes. In the things that they say, they just want to look and be perceived as like, hey, guys, I'm on the right side of history. People are more concerned with that than speaking their own inner truth.
Talk is very inexpensive.
Talk is less than $0.
Talk
especially
means nothing
now.
to me.
And what I'm saying, too, is that like this isn't an excuse to be like, I'm not saying that like everyone's a degenerate, but I am saying that like I think that 9 out of 10 people that you would find at, some indie bookstore in the cool near campus neighborhood where everybody's, hanging out, smoking joints,
right,
doing live readings of the Mueller report. Like these people, if a hobo came up to them and was like, I've been out here for 36 years. Fuck you. They would immediately call the cops. They would have them sent to jail and they would feel nothing about it. And then the next day they'd go in and be like, guys, how do we solve this crisis? We need more affordable housing. This is like, I'm so tired of the goddamn talking points.
Right.
I'm tired of seeing people tweet out articles and literally these like think piece things of like, it's like we're at this point now where the media does not reflect all people. And it's like oh God, man, this is not helping our like Proud Boy alt-right thing.
I've got something.
We don't want these guys.
Okay.
I'm saying that like with the accessibility of news and the amount of articles that people come across and see nowadays, I think that it's news and media used to reflect the people of the world that we lived in, and now news and media on both sides, right and left, have taken a stance to influence people. Like their goal is no longer to shine a light on what's happening. It's to make people think and believe in some kind of certain ideology that they want to push. Right? And so the obvious example would be like Fox News, right?
Right.
They're super right wing. They want people to believe that, so they push that agenda. And then the other side is like HuffPost or like MSNBC. Like it's no longer about reporting the truth as it happens. It's about promoting an agenda. It's about getting people to latch into beliefs that they already have.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think what it would be is an MSNBC or a HuffPost, what they would be doing is they're trying to capitalize on the fact that people want to be virtuous.
Yes.
So it's a lot of pushing something to say, these people are bad. These people are bad. And then I think, and then on the Fox News side, what I think it is people's trying to say, subscribe to this if you're smart and you work hard.
Yeah.
So those are the two identities.
And I also think part of it too is people think that just by sharing like an article that is about something virtuous, that they're doing their part. They're like, hey guys, look at me. I care because I clicked the share button on this stupid fucking Vox article that two fucking dorks wrote in some office in Koreatown. You know what I mean?
Hey, at least and I'm like, respect the dorks because they actually wrote something.
I don't respect the dorks. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them a little bit more than the person that shared the article.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
But that's okay, because when I see someone share an article, just like push something out there that's got a headline that makes them sound just like a human, like Mother Teresa, dude.
Yeah.
Mother Teresa was humble. Mother Teresa wouldn't share a HuffPost article for sure. No.
Mother Teresa would never have shared a HuffPost article. She would have just believed it and then like tried to live on that belief.
Yeah, she wasn't.
You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what Mother Teresa definitely would have done. She would have probably been posting fucking Gilmore Girls polls on Facebook all day.
Probably.
She'd be posting fucking. Go with me here. Rattle off a couple. She'd be posting, hey, I took this quiz to see which member of Friends I was. And then you'd be like, I kind of hate Mother Teresa now. Like, we were friends 5 years ago, but she's just fucking annoying now.
She would use her Instagram as like cloud storage. She'd have like 10,000 posts of like grainy footage of like a dog. Yeah. And some like videos that she thought she was taking a photo. Dog.
It's like a selfie of her on the couch, but like the lighting is really bad. You can tell that the camera on her phone has clearly been smudged for 10 years. Right. And it's just like no caption, nothing. It has one like, even though she's like super famous. Everyone's like, this doesn't add up.
Right. You want to like it because Mother Teresa's good, but you still, if you add the like, then it's just you and another person. She might actually reach out.
Yeah.
To thank you.
Yeah.
And now you're in a conversation.
Like, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the post. Add me on LinkedIn.
So we're saying Mother Teresa was a great person, but probably pretty annoying.
She was probably really fucking annoying. She probably had no friends. Why would you want to be friends with Mother Teresa? Why would you want to be friends with that? It was like, this bitch is always one-upping me. Like, I can't just live my life. Every time I try to say something, I told her I helped I helped an old man get into his car last week. She's like, oh, really? I went to Rwanda and freed, a rebel camp in the, Thanks, Mother Teresa. Have fun on fucking Facebook with your 7 friends.
Dude, that's actually interesting to think about because did Mother Teresa have a publicist?
Did she have a PR team?
Or was it just word of mouth? Like,
I bet it was word of mouth. Well, I bet the PR team for the Vatican were like, all right, we're gonna put some efforts over to here.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny if Mother Teresa did have a PR team like now. Like, what would her team say? They'd be like, we need more pictures of your tits. Like, I mean, every chick on Instagram, you're on Instagram, you're a lady. That's, you want to be another thought or you want to be out here pushing the word of God. Okay.
That's interesting to think about. Like, would we sexualize Mother Teresa now?
In 2019, yeah. She'd be sexualized pretty quickly. Yeah.
That's interesting.
For sure.
Because I feel like we even do that with like like when I was in church and stuff, like pastors' wives and stuff.
Yeah.
There was like a weird kind of like very low key, like with the whole church clothes things, like presenting yourself in a weird way, and even like.
See, this is
anyway, this is a different path.
Well, I went to Catholic school, so they didn't have, they didn't sexualize like the pastors' wives. They would just sexualize, 7 to 10-year-old boys.
Right.
But get a little altar boy up there.
Nice.
Have a little
going
fun,
bad on the Catholic Church.
Don't tell anybody because then you'll definitely go to hell. Mm-hmm. But hey, drink some of this wine. You're 10, right? That's cool, right?
Yeah, dude, preaching the choir. I'm not Catholic. I'm not part of the Catholic Church. Dude. But it's got to go.
I've been branded that way for my life,
Oh, yeah, we both have like different religious frustrations.
Yeah. Well, on this front, I would like to bring up something that's been bugging me lately. Who's the most popular person in America right now?
Oh, this is an obvious answer, isn't it?
I think so.
Go ahead.
Lizzo.
Okay? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, we're here. Cool.
Here's the thing, man. Everybody's talking about her, so we will too, right? We'll hop on the fucking bandwagon.
I don't know a lot, but I want to hear your take.
If you don't, so you probably do know, right? But Lizzo, big, kind of fat, African American lady. Amazing voice, super talented singer.
Yeah.
Fantastic, right? She's leading the fat rights movement, dude. We've talked about this, the fat rights movement. And we finally have a champion, dude.
Yeah.
We got one. And here's the thing, man. It's like, on the one hand, I'm like, hell yeah, dude, fat rights. We're going to die. We're going to die. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like all about it, I think she's super talented. I'm excited to enjoy her music the 6 years she has left on her life. But like, what I'm saying is nothing. I didn't get anything from you there. I thought that was a solid joke.
What? What's your joke?
I said I'm excited to enjoy the music for the remaining 6 years of her life.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. I thought you had more to go. But yeah.
Here's my thing. I'm conflicted on Lizzo. Listen, I think I actually, for once, I do feel qualified to talk about this.
Go on.
As a person who's been on the front line of the Fats Right movement since about 2006, when I was, a fat little NASCAR kid listening to, Alkaline Trio at my Catholic school, I've been just wanting to be taken more seriously, right?
Do you really feel like that?
I do. I think, well, first of all, we've gone both sides of this coin many times. Fat people shouldn't be treated shitty because they're fat. But at the same time, they probably shouldn't have as many rights as other people because they can't get their shit together. Myself included.
This is like, okay, cool.
I'm allowed to say it. That's the thing. I'm allowed to say it. I'm allowed to shit on fat people because I am one. So, here's my thing. Is she helping the cause? Yes. But here's the thing. It seems like it's only chicks. It seems like everyone's on her side, but she's only talking about women, and I get that. And but at the same time, I'm like, why can't I be out there being like, fucking Lizzo's got my back, dude?
There's like a thick boy movement, but also I feel like societally, if you're a big man, like if you're a fat guy, you can still be respected socially. This
is a valid point. You're absolutely right. Fat dudes get more respect. It's more socially acceptable to be fat as a guy than it is to be as a woman. That's 100% true. Having said that, I'm stripping that away. I'm just talking about fat people in general, right?
Okay.
I feel like she showed up a little bit late. I feel like we could have used her a little bit earlier. You know what? I'm saying,
Well, okay, what about this? I feel like Meghan Trainor was like the foremother of the movement.
She's not fat.
But she had that song. Okay, she had that song all about that bass. The point of that song is like, I'm thick.
Meghan Trainor probably weighs 193 pounds.
But the thing was, when she made that song, she was thick. And then she lost weight when she got famous.
It's bullshit, though. Right. Here's what I'm saying. Lizzo's not even the fattest person around, dude. And she's championing this movement. Right. Lizzo, listen, she's fat, right? But Lizzo wouldn't even crack the top 5 at most Golden Corrals in Missouri. No. Like, she's not that fat. Yet she's claiming the movement. We need the fattest person alive to lead this movement. But here's the thing. We can't have that because no one will take them seriously. And we take her seriously because she's talented.
Here's an dude. I don't know if this is gonna make a podcast, but I have to say this. It
fucking will.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Lizzo is cute. She's attractive. She's a beautiful woman.
She's a BBW.
So
literally,
and this is an idea. We judge women by beauty. I don't know. This is societally. It's the way it always will be. And we judge men by, it's wrong, and it's part of your barbarian brain, your lizard brain, but that's how men are judged, by how much they can provide, and women are judged by their beauty.
That's not a shitty thing to say. That's just defining the patriarchy.
I know, but
that's how the system was set up.
I'm not saying it's right, but that's how I'm saying it's
not right.
Right, it's wrong. But so this is what I'm saying. There's this confusion of, okay, this woman, it's like, oh, she's beautiful. She's still beautiful. And I'm like, yes, she is beautiful, but she's not beautiful because she is fat. She's beautiful because she is beautiful. You know what I mean?
I guess, but she's, yeah. But at the same time, let's not, are people saying Kevin James is beautiful? Like, why don't we fucking cool it? All right? Like,
Right.
This is so conflicting for me, man. Because like on the one hand, I want to be taken seriously, but at the same time, stop telling fat people that it's okay. They're gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm going to die if I don't fix the situation.
No, you're not.
Okay,
how much you weigh?
I don't know. First of all, I would never admit that on a podcast.
No.
But like, second of all, no.
I mean, we can ballpark it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you can ballpark, we should have a contest. If you can guess my weight to the number, I'll send you. I'll hire you at my Papa John's. No interview required. You can walk on. That's the trade-off.
That's the game.
You can't, but at the same time, I wonder if it's dangerous in the long run. I feel like we're taking a step back, and I know that's like a weird thing to say,
right?
And like in a weird, it's like two steps. It's like one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We can't normalize this behavior, dude. We can't, and like, you can't shit on people for being fat. You can't go out and target people for being fat. They shouldn't be treated differently for that. We can't keep perpetuating this unrealistic beauty standard in America. But guess what? She's gonna die soon, okay? That's gonna happen. She's very overweight. And Ralphie May died, okay? And John Belushi died, okay? And fucking
Chris Farley
died. And guess what? How many thousands of Golden Corral regulars have died over this, okay?
Yeah.
Why? We can't. You know.
Here's what I'm saying.
There are some young people in America right now who are fattening up to get on the Lizzo train. Like, they're kind of skinny right now. And they're like, I'm going to plump up a little bit. This seems like it's cool. Everyone's talking about her. I'll be fat. And then they're going to die.
Yeah, okay.
It's a tricky situation. I know. That's all I'm saying. I got no answer.
I do. I think I've got the answer. I got it figured out. Well, because I think what it is, because I'm gonna stick with women. Okay, I'm just gonna attack that angle, and I think inevitably what we're saying is we still got to ask backwards, because we're still trying to say. We're saying Lizzo is fat. She is also beautiful. So therefore, she has value. When reality is, it's like we're still looking at beauty for women. The conversation
is still all about how she looks.
Right, exactly.
It's all about that.
So it's like, oh, she's beautiful still. And I'm like, hey, maybe it doesn't matter if she's beautiful. Maybe she has value as a person.
Maybe I'd like to hear her thoughts on, the Amazon rainforest fire.
That'd be good too.
Can we have her talk about that?
Yeah. It might be interesting. But that's my point, because we're like, oh, she's still beautiful. When the real thing should be like, why do we care that she's beautiful? Why do we have to judge a woman by her appearance?
Why are we even talking about appearance? Why don't we talk about she's an amazing singer?
Yeah.
But she's got a good message. Mm-hmm. Or does she? We don't really know.
That's the interesting thing, because we listen to some podcasts that talk about this, but there is a value in shaming. Because I've heard lots of people who have been fat shamed and they've lost weight.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Well, see, and then there have been people too who they resent the fact that they weren't fat shamed because they were never motivated to lose weight.
You can't. Dude,
you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm not where I would like to be at. But at the same time, you know why I finally got off my ass and went to a gym? Because I was tired of being a piece of human garbage.
Is that how you felt?
Yes. My whole life, kids made fun of me for being fat in school, whatever, Eventually, you're like, you know what? Clearly, there's an X factor.
Right.
So you can either do something about it, or you can continue to throw a pity party for yourself until you die.
Yeah.
So, like, do you want to live in the alternate reality, or do you just want to... And I'm not saying skinny people are better. I'm saying being healthy is being better.
Yeah, you can do more.
You can do more. Yeah. Don't you want to be on this planet longer?
Right.
I guess, no, not at this rate. I don't want to be. But, like...
Yeah. The limit... I know what you mean.
Lizzo's a conflicting hero, dude. She's definitely a hero, but...
Yeah.
She's got skeletons in the closet that I'm not on board with yet.
Yeah, no.
We got to wrap this one up, though, dude.
Do we?
Yeah.
What time is it? 10:08? All right.
We got to pop off, All right,
that was actually a good one. That's an interesting one.
This is a good...
Because there were no segments.
There were no segments.
It was kind of themed.
Yeah, it was kind of themed.
Yeah.
This will be... people are going to laugh.
Sorry I didn't laugh at your 6 years Lizzo joke. It was funny. It
was mean. It was mean, but guess what?
No, but that's part of your point.
It was funny, because it was mean.
That was part of your point, though, is you're worried about the health and the longevity.
I am worried about the health, dude.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama didn't do enough. They need a real fat person to lead this movement and be like, guys, I lost both my legs last year. Okay?
That's it. Fear and shame.
I have
That's what's gonna do
nurse
it.
push me around at Kmart, and I buy discount toilet paper, and I never leave the house.
Yeah.
Eat healthy. And then the commercial ends.
That's the type of stuff that convinced me to do a lot of things. I think I'm good with money for the reason that I've known so many people who've like ruined their lives.
Yeah.
With like getting into debt and stuff. So it was fear.
It is fear.
I was like,
fear's a great motivator.
It was.
It's the only motivator, actually.
Fear and shame.
If you come down to anything, any motivation that you have in your life is based on fear. If you dig deep enough.
Okay, because you could say shame is the fear of shame.
Mm-hmm. Shame is the fear of people's reactions of you.
Right.
People's ideas of you.
Yeah.
What a positive note to end on. Get out there, walk around the block, listen to Lizzo. Don't die, please.
And shame is powerful.
Shame somebody once a day at least.
Yeah. Wait, a quick question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the kids that shamed you? Are you like, thanks, guys?
They're fucking cool guys now. I guarantee it. They're tight. You
Yeah.
know? Actually, no, they're not. I think one of them did some drugs and went to jail. But guess what? Fuck them, you know?
Yeah.
I won out on that.
They serve their purpose.
Shit, back it up. If you want to fat shame a kid, you better be prepared to live a dope life. All right?
Yeah.
You gotta win in the long run. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing, though, because they force you to shine. They're like, you'll never shine. So you're like, I'm going to shine. I'm going to outshine you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that guy
Lizzo's out
died.
there outshining all of them. Good for her, man.
Yeah.
Peace.